What's up, guys? It's Addy here, back with another video. And guys, I mean, I start every video like this, but again, thanks so much for all the support. We're at almost 1,300 subs now, and trying to keep growing. And I'm posting about almost every day, so feeling good about this, guys. So if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out some of my older videos. But yeah, let's get right into this. So I'm pretty sure the NBA has completely gone wild with a very shocking trade of Kyrie Irving for Isaiah Thomas. And I mean, I call this like the trade of the decade. I mean, it's huge because I mean, an all-star point guard for all-star point guard trade between two rivals in the same conference. I mean, it's very, very rare. So, I mean, guys, this is just tremendous to see. And I mean, everybody has a different side. I've done a lot of research around, and I've watched a lot of videos, seeing everyone's opinion on what they think. A lot of people said the Cavs won. A lot of people said the Celtics won. Personally, I thought it was pretty even, but in the end, the Celtics will win this trade. But so now these two trades have opened up a lot of more interesting news that's coming out about the Pelicans and Demarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis primarily, and the fact that now that the Cavs have that awesome pick, they could ship that Nets pick and add in a few players because they've got a lot of depth this year and try to get Demarcus Cousins. With the Cavs, the name of Demarcus Cousins comes up, and that's very interesting because now you've got a big four of Isaiah Thomas, who's a definite all-star. I love him. I still do love him, even though he's not on the Celtics anymore, and, he's a fantastic player and got a huge heart. But Isaiah Thomas, LeBron James, Kevin Love, and Demarcus Cousins, who's he's expanded his game with the three-point shot about 2 years ago. He's a solid player, and the only problem with Demarcus Cousins is his temper. But if he can control that, Demarcus is a fantastic player to have on your team. So, the Cavs they'll really be in shape right now to face the Warriors. I personally think this trade has made them more fit to play the Warriors than they were this year. When they went to play the Warriors, they were kind of caught off guard. They just weren't ready. They didn't have the squad to face a 4 all-star team. But now I feel like adding Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas, and that pick, there's a chance that, they've definitely got better depth now. J.R. Smith, it just seems like, possibly Dwayne Wade could sign with them if that Chicago buyout goes through. So Cleveland's just trying to improve on beating the Warriors here. But the Celtics are also, and the Celtics are now in talks for maybe pulling the trigger. And the end game of this Kyrie Irving trade could possibly be trying to bag an Anthony Davis per se. So Anthony Davis now into the Celtics lineup makes it very interesting because you have now a big three of Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, and Anthony Davis. And, if I was Danny Ainge, I'd definitely pull the trigger on this one. But the only thing I'd be hesitant about, these are all solid, fantastic players. Davis he's a solid defender and a great rebounder, and he's a great scorer. Irving, I have no doubt, is going to be a fantastic leader to the team, or, we'll see who's the leader based on if Davis does come through. But, the only issue that I have with this is chemistry. That's the only problem I'd have is because when you add so many new players together, this would be a completely new big three that's never played a single game with each other. Gordon Hayward's never played a game with Kyrie. Kyrie's never played with Anthony Davis. That's the only issue I'd have is that, might have a little trouble going from the main guy to a team to suddenly, everyone having to share the ball. So, that's the primary argument that everyone's putting on against the Pelicans is, DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis didn't really get to play that much ball together last year, and hopefully it will fall apart next year because they're both guys who like to have, the team as theirs. So, if that doesn't work out, this is primarily in the fact that if Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins' partnership doesn't work out, then the Pelicans are going to look to ship him and try to get some younger assets, probably, because DeMarcus is a free agent next year. And that's why it kind of makes sense for the Cavs too, trade maybe, but also maybe not, because he's a free agent next year, so that'll open it up in case they have chemistry issues and stuff. But it's also about they have to give less for a big run, kind of go at it all in the sense, because LeBron's good at keeping guys around, so they just got to keep LeBron around at this point. So if trying to go all out for Davis for 1 year keeps LeBron around and brings back Cousins, sorry. And brings back Cousins, I think that's the trade you go for. But if you get some kind of, knowledge that LeBron's just going for sure, then, I find this kind of pointless, because if you're in the NBA Finals this year, or the Celtics go to the NBA Finals as a Cav, it really honestly doesn't matter, because in the end, you're not going to beat the Warriors with this roster. Because let's say this is halfway through the year, and you're not being successful, going full on for Demarcus Cousins might not be the idea you should go for, because maybe you save that pick, go for Michael Porter Jr., because there's a huge chance LeBron could leave. And now with this trade, everyone is saying that LeBron is basically gone now, which I personally don't believe at all. LeBron's legacy would be hurt a lot if he came back to his old team and then left again. I find that a little pointless. And plus, I'm personally rooting for him to, face the toughness. LeBron is the kind of guy who can go against all odds and try to win some games. And he's got the lineup. He's got a lot of depth. They definitely have what it takes to trade for Demarcus Cousins, which could include Kevin Love. These both of these trades I'm talking about are in a sense where, Kevin Love or Al Horford or anybody else, like part of the big four right now, isn't part of it. It could be possible that they give that pick away plus Kevin Love for Anthony Davis, let's say, which makes their roster insane, because they have Isaiah Thomas, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James. But for the Celtics standpoint, they have a lot of assets still, to be revealed, still to come. They have that Lakers pick, and if that doesn't work out, there's the Sacramento pick. That's a solid pick too. It's going to be a great player. I mean, they have lots and lots of picks going forward. So it's about basically, they gave this pick up because they wanted to go for Kyrie, and why. I understand the argument people are making about like a top pick that they could get, like a superstar, but Kyrie is also a superstar player. So now it's just about which team will execute another trade to put them on top of the other team. Personally, this could, the rosters they have right now could just be the rosters they go for it at, but a lot of trades are now opening up. I think maybe Dwayne Wade could be a possibility because he's played with LeBron. He's got the bio. I made a video about that earlier if you guys want to check that out. But personally, there's a lot that could happen. Even Carmelo Anthony is now back in the trade rumors for the Cavs because this Kyrie trade really shows that, now the Cavs are ready to pull triggers, and, they don't want anything holding them back, because, Kyrie and LeBron could have just faced one more year together, and then LeBron could have left or whatever. But the Cavs are now, they're just saying, we want to be full on ready for the Warriors this year. So nothing to hold us back. No chemistry issues. Just keep it clean and make LeBron happy. At this point, it was choosing Kyrie or LeBron, and they picked their choice. And as the Celtics standpoint, I love that they have Kyrie now and Gordon Hayward. They should have great chemistry, but adding in Anthony Davis, this trade itself really put the Celtics really on the map now, because Kyrie's a tremendous player. He's got a lot of talent. He's very young, which is a primary argument for the trade being executed. So, if this is a possible trade, and I feel like if they go for Anthony Davis, it could include Al Horford, because they're trying to get rid of that bad contract, kind of. I believe Al Horford's a solid player, and he's given us a lot of veteran presence and solid minutes, but his contract is kind of ridiculous for like a 31-year-old making $30 million a year. So it could be that the Celtics just trade him away as well, and then Pelicans deal with that contract or whatever. But the Pelicans, I really do see that the Pelicans will have some. That they'll have some kind of chemistry issues, and that's when the Celtics or Cavs or both could sweep in and try to get both their big men or just one, depending on who is ready to execute it. Basically, it's all about the execution. I mean, I really think the Celtics are better positioned for an Anthony Davis at this point than a Cavs team because, they have a lot of depth that they definitely don't want to get rid of. They've been trying to build that up. So, Kyrie, as he hit the game winner earlier, I really think his addition is solid, but can he be a leader? Can he not be? That's an argument that needs to be made when he's playing. So, adding Anthony Davis is definitely possible, and these big fours look insane to me. I mean, three out of the four on both sides will definitely be in the All-Star game, and I personally love Anthony Davis's game, so adding him to the Celtics as a Celtics fan really, motivates you and wants you for this to happen. So, yeah, guys, this is just my opinion on whether these trades can actually happen, and a lot of news is now going on and around because, now that the Celtics and Cavs have opened it up with all this trading going around, seems like they're not done yet. Basically, is what's happening now is both sides are looking to maybe execute more, and that's where it really gets interesting because now they've opened the gate to trades, and I really think an Anthony Davis trade or a Demarcus Cousins trade really comes halfway through the year because right now the Pelicans probably want to test it out, but depending on when it happens, I think the Celtics are better suited, and probably both sides could, in fact, get the players they want in this sense, and then it gets very interesting to watch. So, yeah, guys, anyway, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Smash that like button, if you like this video, and help us get to 2K by the end of the year. If you're new, subscribe to this channel. I make a lot of NBA videos, lots of other stuff as well. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Peace.